Can you use your kids or even your grandkids' birthday to teach them some lessons about money? I'm not talking about, I'll teach you a lesson. I'm just talking about provide financial leadership, financial wisdom. Is the birthday an event that happens every year that you can use to teach lessons about wise financial principles? I think so. I'll share some coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. All right, so my little man adds another year to his age today. Happy birthday, son. Our little child is growing into be a man, and he's sort of at this stage where he's still likes getting some toys, but wants some experiences and wants some choice, and he's still a kid and yet growing as well and maturing as well. And so, I don't know, I thought on today, which is our son's birthday, talk a little bit about ways that you could use these events to instill certain financial lessons and financial habits onto your kids and to your grandkids. And I can tell you a little bit of what we do, and I could share with you some of the insight and best practices that I've seen others do as well. So let's get into it. First and foremost, the lesson that I would demonstrate is one that you apply to yourself, and that is, well, birthdays and this gift giving or these special occasions, they don't happen every single month, okay? But they do happen every year and at pretty predictable times. And what that means, what I'm saying is, because these special events don't happen every single month, they shouldn't fit within your monthly budget, okay? But you're not gonna be blindsided by them. They happen at about the same time every single year, and therefore you should be able to prepare ahead of time financially, and it shouldn't throw your monthly budget off. Now, some of you might say, well, I don't keep my budget that tight. Okay, that's fine. However, if you're not keeping your budget tight, do you know that you are taking advantage of all of the potential goal achievement dollars you have each and every month, so that if you sit down with your certified financial planner and you say, yeah, we've got this goal, we want to retire here, we want to buy this house, blah, 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 and they say, well, in order to be on track for that goal, you've got to save a little bit more. Could you even do that? So this is why the budget's important, specifically the 3 bank account system, so that you know, all right, here's what we want to do, and here's what happens on a monthly basis and on a non-monthly basis. And if an emergency comes up, all right, we've got that foundation built, i.e. the 3 bank account system, and here's the extra money that either comes in every month or comes in from a commission or comes in from a bonus or comes in from a tax return. And these are the goals, these are the goal achievement dollars we have, and these are the goals we're trying to fund. So how can we use those goal achievement dollars to attack those goals? If your budget's loosey-goosey, that's great because it gives you flexibility. You don't need to worry about the day-to-day cash flow. But it's got to be tight enough so that you know that you're capturing all of those goal achievement dollars and getting towards your financial goals as quickly as possible. Whether those financial goals are a Hawaiian vacation or a new hot tub or retiring someday or some sort of ministry or some sort of cause, right? You want to make sure you know what that is. Now, for us, my wife and I have always budgeted or had a range for, okay, for any birthday parties or birthday events or whatever, cost should be around this. And then for birthday gifts or whatever, cost should be around this. And so for us, we've got that amount that we've codified, that we've clarified. It doesn't need to be exact. Well, we don't run our budgets exactly like that, but for those of you that run it to the penny or to the dollar, great. That's awesome. Use an envelope system, whatever. But we've got that for each of the 3 kids. We've got that for ourselves. We've got that for other folks that we do gift giving for. And that's a part of our delayed spending. So what that means is all of those unique events, we then count how many there are. We total all of those up for the year. We divide it by 12. We divide that total by 12, and we save that amount every month coming out of our paycheck, coming out of our monthly budget, and it goes and is saved in what's called a delayed spending account, meaning it's being saved, set aside, but into a category that we know we're going to spend it in the future. And it's okay. We don't feel bad if that savings gets built and then it gets flushed out, because that's its purpose. So we have that money set aside in a delayed spending so that I know in May, we've got dollars here to start paying for whatever the event is, birthday party, whatever, and then starting to buy gifts. So the first way that I would tell you, this is how you can lead financially, use this milestone, this event, this once a year event of a child or grandchild's birthday as a life lesson, is to use the right habits. That's the 3 bank account system I just shared with you. The second, though, gets more tangible, and that is potentially using your gift to give your child or grandchild some practice at managing their finances. Maybe you incorporate a gift that gives them some choice where they can choose how they want to use this money. And I'm not just talking about giving them a gift card, although that certainly is a component of it. But our kids, and from what I've seen with others, if they receive cash, or they receive as part of their gift some cash, or let's say a Target or an Amazon gift card, I'm not promoting those places, I'm just saying those offer you lots of choice, then you give your son or daughter or grandchild the opportunity to say, well, I've got this much money, how will I use it? Will I save it up and combine it with some other dollars and then buy something, like save up in advance and buy something of a bigger value? Or will I spend some of it now so I get some enjoyment and save the rest? Or will I spend all of it? And will I blow it on trinkets, or will I get something that I will really enjoy? And now these are kids. So it's okay. You don't need to micromanage. And I would actually tell you the point of this second point is not to micromanage, but to give them some practice. Give them some practice at, hey, how are you going to make financial decisions? If they don't practice until they get out on their own, they might make some mistakes at that point, and things could quickly spiral, and you won't be there to point that out, that, hey, that was a mistake, or talk to them about that. And so this process, we've got 3 kiddos. 2 are a little bit older, preteen, and 1 is still sort of a toddler, okay? But the 2 older ones, in this practicing, I have found that they both like to talk about spending money and having fun with their money and whatever, but they actually both are really careful. They're really careful about, well, wait, do I really want that? And Cindy and I are careful to step back and say, it's up to you, it's up to you. We explain Amazon ratings, so they'll look, and if a Nintendo Switch game costs $3 on Amazon, guys, that might not even be the real thing, like that. So we're pointing that, like, that's a life lesson they need to learn. But then also, like, okay, if you want to buy that Lego, that's fine. Legos are really expensive. That's going to eat up $60. If you really want to do that, that's fine. And let them make their choice. They've made good choices and some bad ones. And it's not like we ridicule them on that. We just let them make their choice and then talk to them about it, whatever. And we have found both of them are just very cautious about, well, do I really want that? Is it really worth that? So our oldest, our daughter, she ended up taking about 4 weeks to decide whether she actually wanted these baseball cards or not. And then she finally said, no, I do. It's $30. It's worth it. I really do want these baseball cards. And great. It's not like we try to talk her out of it, but giving them some practice, some choice before they're adults, before they're young adults even, and getting to see how they feel about spending money, getting them to build some philosophy on money. You could use birthdays for your kids and grandkids as an opportunity to give them some practice, give them some choice. And then the third lesson that you may be able to use a birthday for is when you're giving them that choice, maybe you say, okay, well, this is how much we wanted to give you, we've set aside to give you as a gift. This chunk, we're going to get you, one toy, one gift that we thought you'd like. So you've got something to open and whatever. We're going to give you this in cash as a gift card or whatever. You can have some choice. But then this other section here, we're going to set aside for you. We're going to decide this is long-term savings and save it for college or save it for a future car or whatever. And tell them that. Show them that, where you are demonstrating to them the value of setting money aside for long-term, for future, for bigger ticket items. So they get something they get choice and can practice making a financial or purchase decision, and then they're demonstrated that some of this money we're going to set aside, some of this gift is going to be the gift of delayed gratification, something in the future that is important to you, that's a big ticket item. I see this with grandparents a lot. That one's easier for grandparents to say, okay, we're giving you this gift, and then we're going to put $100 in your college account, your 529 plan, something like that. That one's easier for grandparents, but I think it's a great principle for parents as well. So is this too geeky? I mean, this is you could say this was really basic, okay? However, if you're a parent or a grandparent, they're going to have birthdays every single year, and it's your choice. I mean, have fun, whatever. But birthdays, what I've seen and what I've done, can be a great milestone annual event to help drip some wise financial principles into these kids and grandkids that you're wanting the best for, that you're trying to help in life, and financially could be a great opportunity to both bless them and give them gifts, but also give them the gift of financial choice and financial wisdom that they can apply, some financial habits that can really help them in the future as well. Want to get more creative about what to do with gift giving for your kids or grandkids, or helping your kids and grandkids have great, wise habits of financial freedom? Talk to your CFP. And if you don't have a CFP, you can talk to one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with a K. wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or send us an email, info@korhorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.